Okay, so we just finished listening to Town Mouse, Country Mouse by Jim Brett. So that was step 1. Step 2 is to complete the All About Fables form. That's going to be on here. So if you'll just listen while we go through our steps and our instructions, then I'll turn you loose to work at your own pace. Okay? So if everybody will just listen for a few minutes, then you'll get to work on your own. Okay, so this is a slide. You can't change what's typed on here. You can move the boxes around if you're not careful though. Okay? So you have to be careful as you're doing this. If you will just click into the text box and make the blue lines appear. Okay? Now if you'll just start typing. Don't move anything around. If you'll just start typing, it will start typing on this line for you. Okay? So remember to try to use capital letters and end marks when you answer the questions. So it reminds you what a fable is. Who can tell me what a fable is? Yes, sir.
A made-up story that characters. A fable is a story that has made up characters, but they don't really talk.
Okay, so who can help him add to that? Help him add to that. Yes, ma'am.
It's been passed down for generations.
Yeah, it's been passed down for generations. What else?
They have characters that are mostly animals most of the time, and they can talk, and most of that's fake.
Okay. One more thing that's special about a fable. Yes?
And they have moral.
They have a moral. So it's a made-up story. So it's a fiction story made up from the author's imagination. It is traditional literature, which means it's been passed down by word of mouth for generations before it was ever written down. They have animals that are characters. They often talk. That's how we know it's made up from the author's imagination, right? But they always have a moral to the story, and that moral is the same as the theme that we talk about when we talk about story elements. Okay, so remember that. The moral is the theme in a fable. So when you get ready to answer the questions that are on here, they are story element questions. We want you to give the name or title of the fable. So today, you can copy it. It's Town Mouse, Country Mouse.
Town Mouse, Country Mouse.
What kind of animals are the characters? Do they talk? What is the moral of the story? And it reminds you that this is also called theme. What is the setting? And then tell about one character in the story. Use descriptive language, those sensory details that we've talked about. And you can choose any character that was in the story that you want. It doesn't say it has to be a main character. Okay? You just click from box to box and type. Don't move the box around because you'll make your life difficult and we'll have to resize your box and you'll have to do undo and all that. So just click and then type. Okay? When this is saving as you're typing, so when you finish, you can go back to Google Classroom, view assignment, and turn it in. And then you are ready for step number 3. When you move on to step number 3, you're going to find a Google form. It's all about fact or opinion, which is a review from last week. What is the difference between a fact and an opinion? Yes, sir.
A fact is something that is a thing, but an opinion is what is going to happen.
Let's help you out just a little bit. I know that you know it. Let's just help you get it into words, okay? Check it.
A fact is something that's true. An opinion is like what somebody thinks about it. Like people could think that pizza is the best pizza, but people can think that pizza is the worst food.
Okay, so a fact can be proven. You can look it up somewhere and prove it to be true. An opinion is the way somebody or a group of people feel about something or what they believe. Okay? fact, and opinion. And we have 20 sentences. You need to read the sentences and then choose fact or opinion for each of them. Okay? There are 20. There are 20. Okay, so you have to read them and decide if it is a fact or an opinion. And when you get to the bottom, you will submit. It won't let you submit unless you have answered all 20. Okay, so make sure that you answer all 20 and then submit. It will only let you do it once. And it turns it in for you because it is a form. So when you finish, you come back to Google Classroom. You can view assignment, but it's going to say turned in. But you can make sure, because you should always make sure that it's turned in. Okay? It's not going to let me turn it in because I didn't do it. Now, diagnostic is step number 4. Diagnostic is part of IXL. I know that you've been working on it during math class. This will be your first time to do it for reading, which is called language arts. It includes spelling and reading, grammar, punctuation. Okay, so when you go to IXL to do diagnostic, you have to log in. I am logged in as a student so that you can see this because it doesn't look the same from the teacher side. When you log in, from the green bar you choose diagnostic, and it brings you to your information. You can look at all of that. We are actually going to step into the arena. Okay. Now, he's been working, so his is already going. See, it's got the little arena in the blue toolbar now. We want to change this. We're going to use that drop-down arrow so that it's not giving us a mixture of math and language. In math, you've been choosing the little pyramid, right?
Right.
We want to choose the book to get it to language arts because we want all language arts questions. Okay? And we're going to do 20 questions today. I can't help you with diagnostic questions because this is going to give you your level and it's going to give you skills to work on that you need to be working on specifically. Okay? So if I help you, it's not going to lead you in the right direction. So it's not that I don't want to help you, it's just we need to use this tool the way it's meant to be used. And that means I can't help. So you answer your 20 questions, it's going to tell you if you're getting them right or not, and it's going to give you questions based on what you get right. Now to keep track of your diagnostic questions, when we do it in here, I'm going to give you a sticky note, just a little small sticky note, and you're going to use tally marks. And if you haven't used tally marks before, I have 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I cross it. Every 5 I cross it, and then that makes it easy to count and keep up with. Thumbs up if you got that. Pretty easy. I don't need your sticky note back. I'm going to give it to you so you're not wasting a whole sheet of paper because you don't need scratch paper for reading, right? Okay, so sticky note for that. When you get your 20 answered, then you are finished with your IXL, and you're going to go back and view assignment and turn it in. This will normally just be up here as a material, as one of our steps. You probably won't have to turn it in the future. This is just our first time, so we want to be sure that everybody has actually gone in and done it. So you're going to turn in. After you turn it in, step number 5 for today is your EPIC mailbox, which has the Fable assignment in it.
I read all that.
Okay, so you may or may not get to that step today. If you have read them all already because you worked on it yesterday, then you can read your library book today, okay? So if you read a book in that EPIC mailbox assignment and it's in your ZPD, I want you to take the AR test on it so you get those points, okay? If Town Mouse Country Mouse is in your ZPD level, it's a 4.0, so if it's in your ZPD, when you get down there to that step, take that AR test before you go to EPIC, okay? Questions?
No.
That's a lot. You sure you don't have any questions?
No.
All right, get started. Start in Google Classroom. It'll take you where you need to be.